Hello, hello. Here's a video request from George George for title. George for title. Video request. The effects of severe sleep deprivation. Um, I did a 24-hour mountain bike race back in 2000, October of 2010, 24 hours in Moab. And that's a race where you ride around as far as you can in 24 hours. And so I think I was up for like 30 hours, and my poor family, they were up for like 30 hours too, because they were my support crew. Because I was up for like 3 hours before the actual race started, and then like 3 hours after the race ended, or maybe less than that. But I was up for fucking at least 27 hours, 28 hours, 29, probably 30 hours, and also riding my ass off the whole time. And at the end of the race, like I stopped the race, my lap right at 12:04. So I like stopped. It took me exactly 24 hours, and and then I like jumped in my car, and my brother took my shoes off, and then he drove me back into town like immediately. Like my brother was like, "Let's get the fuck out of here right now," and I was like, "All right, whatever." And so we left, and like in the drive back to town, I fell asleep. I was out. I fell asleep like that, and I never fall asleep like that. It takes me hours to get to sleep all the time, and that was pretty interesting. And by the time we got to the bike shop, 11 miles away, I was like talking in my sleep and stuff, and he had to actually wake me up. And but then I was totally fine. And then we went to a hotel, and I like fell asleep naked on top of the bed with my dick in my hand, and my brother walks in the room. He's like, "Damn, what the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh shit, I fell asleep again." So one effect of a severe sleep deprivation is that you pass out really easily. But if you can't, if you're not passing out because you're in some like ultra endurance race, or you're on too many drugs or something like that. Another effect, just based on that race that I did, was that I ran out of energy. One reason I ran out of energy though was because I had like really bad asthma for the last 7 hours, and the last 5 hours it was so bad that I could literally barely breathe. Like it was literally like breathing out of a straw. So all of my energy was going to my diaphragm, and I literally ran out of energy. Like, I had to start walking the bike, and even though I was barely going on an incline, because I just didn't have the energy. I didn't have it, and I was like one of those lions in the savannah, like barely walking and then literally dropping dead. I was like that. I was like literally didn't have any energy. So also maybe like severe sleep deprivation could like just make you really physically weak. Sometimes I'm up, really like longer than I should. Like, like it gets to be like 9, and then I get groggy and I could go to sleep, but then I'm like stupid and I surf the internet too long, and then I'm up again. Because computers, I think they keep you awake. Like if you have a computer on your belly, it'll keep you awake and longer than you should be, and it'll give you that sleep deprivation. And sometimes when that happens, let me make sure the battery's not about to die. Um, you get yeah, you get like your body gets starts to ache and just feel like dehydrated and bad and like toxic. It's kind of like feeling like hungover feeling and not good. And mentally you get slower. You can't think things through really well. Like I couldn't do some like really technical writing or like web design or something if I'm really like super tired. Another thing about not getting sleep deprivation for too long. Now I don't know, if some people go like a long ass time without sleep deprivation. I've never gone more than like 30 hours, but you it can make you kind of like disjointed from the rest of the world, and kind of like suicidal feeling. you don't see, your brain needs to recharge every day. That's why you dream. You need to go back to the spirit world and recharge your brain. And if you're not recharging your brain and you're just up the whole time, it's like you're wired and you're just like, everything is like monotone. It's kind of like smoke. When you smoke so much weed, you can burn out all the endorphins in your brain, then you just get burned out, and then you're just like numb. Yeah, you're just like awake, and you're just like, from sleep deprivation, you're just like numb. You're just like, you know, the only emotions, like light changes, the light gets really like monotone, and the sounds just get really like louder and just a kind of like monotone, and you just like you kind of feel like you're in hell. Like and then you start thinking, what's the point of life? What's the point of life? And then you start feeling all the negativity, and you're not recharging with God. I think one part about going to sleep is you actually reconnecting with God in the higher realms of eternity and love and eternal life and justice and beauty and sharing and just all the good things. And if you can't revisit that world and you're stuck in this world, which is kind of fucked up in a lot of ways, then you ain't recharging, and you're just kind of like, you're here and you're kind of like, oh my God, is it going to be like this forever? And oh my God, yeah, make you a little bit crazy, dude. It's kind of like doing too much cocaine or something, staying up too late. And then of course you can get really cranky, and I haven't studied I didn't watch any YouTube videos or studied this whole subject of sleep deprivation, but I think they've done experiments, and people, yeah, it doesn't have a positive effect. I don't know. I think people like, yeah, they what happens to them is the stuff that I described. Yeah, it's good to. I think the healthiest thing that you can do in your life is to get enough sleep a day. It's even more important than exercise. I mean, it actually goes to, it's actually proven, it's fact. People, you can work people to death. People die like slaves. They die at younger ages because they just work their bodies to death. They don't get enough sleep, even though they're exercising. So yeah, dude, 8 to 9 hours of sleep is ideal for me. But anyways, that's about what I think about sleep deprivation. Okay, peace out.